Yeah, but notice what happens overnight. Most of the steadier rates are going to be focused south of I-81. So if you live in Gettysburg, York, Lancaster, you have the best shot of maybe racking up a few inches from this storm. Look at this, Hanover, huge flakes coming down right now. Our southern tier just really getting hammered here over the last 1 to 2 hours. And you can see even the main roads are covered. And this is why we are stressing, if you don't have to be out on the roads in the next 2 hours, really just try to wait. We have snow and then some ice on top of that, and now we're starting to add more snow on top of that. So we're getting now many different layers on the ground. So it is very slippery out there. What looks like is snow cover could very well be a sheet of ice. Here's the radar loop, and you can see it's a bit of a mess out there. We have some rain for Harrisburg and points east, even a little bit of sleet being reported along I-83. Meanwhile, you had west of Route 15, already steady snow. Of course, round number 2 could be an even bigger deal as we head into tomorrow. We're going to break down that forecast hour by hour for you when I see you coming up in a few minutes. This is going to have a wintry component to it because there's going to be cold air to work with. This area of high pressure that you see just off to the north, that's going to supply the cold air. As Brett mentioned, likely not widespread issues this morning, but all it takes is a little bit of ice to create some problems. So still use caution out there. It did bump up our totals a little bit, just accounting for those heavy snowfall rates here over the next several hours. You can see most of the steady snow has again been out toward western Pennsylvania. So the Pittsburgh area picking up a few inches of snow yesterday, picking up some additional snow accumulation today. November was a chilly month, and we're starting December off on the seasonably chilly side, but that's going to change over the next couple of weeks. A pattern flip is going to take place in mid-December, and that means most of the cold air gets sent to our west and also up north closer to Greenland. I still remember his first goal, October 8, 2005. Ziggy Palffy and Mark Recchi were the assists, so happy for my captain. Gosh. But notice, as we head closer to 4, 5, 6, 7 o'clock, that's when the steadier showers move through, and I do expect some gusty winds here. It is heading into western York County, so Spring Grove, East Berlin, just before midnight. Hanover, you'll be getting the worst of this as we head over the next 10 or 15 minutes. So mainly heavy rain and lightning with this. High temperatures, though, staying above average pretty much every day. Average is now 51. Tomorrow, we're into the upper 60s. I think we have a little bit of everything there in that 70. If you like cold, if you like snow, if you like warm, if you like rain. What is a guarantee is that the humidity is going to go up. Check this out. Over the next 7 days, today is pretty much it when it comes to the comfortable conditions. By tomorrow, dew points back into the 60s. And so rainfall, I expect, well, 3 to 6 inches for most of us, but there will be locally higher amounts in those heavier rain bands. We've got some time, and I like to tell people this time of the year, in about 3 months from now, we'll be begging for this kind of weather.
I know, it's so true.
So let's soak it in while we can.
Definitely, thanks, Adam.
Yep. Any additional rain as the evening goes on is not going to help with this. So we just showed you the accumulated rainfall. Some places, at least according to radar estimates, over 4, even 5 inches of rain. We're starting to see all sorts of storms pop up here. Some in Juniata County, some even down toward western Perry County, but the severe warned storm is this one that's just to the north of Lewistown. So that one has been pretty impressive here over the last 20 minutes, even establishing a bit of a hook-like structure to it, suggesting even some weak rotation in it. This isn't an environment where we expect tornadoes, but damaging wind gusts again are possible as these storms flare up. Good afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Juklo with you, and we have to break into program again because we do have an active tornado warning in the viewing area right now. This is for southern York County. This is an area that we've been watching now for the last hour or so as we've had some rotating thunderstorms moving out of northern Maryland. It has been cold the last several weeks, and we're seeing the most amount of ice on the Susquehanna right now that we have seen in the last few years. So could the warmer weather today and tomorrow, along with the rain, have a negative impact, lead to some ice jams or river flooding? Well, I spoke to the National Weather Service in State College today, and they're not too concerned. In fact, this could actually be beneficial for us to break up the ice a bit, get things moving along, and preventing a buildup for something potentially worse later on. The ice right now just not thick enough for major problems, and we're not forecasting that heavy rain that leads to flooding. Right now, forecasting anywhere between about 1 and 2 inches of rain. We don't start to get really worried until we see those rainfall amounts over 2.5 inches. Now, with that said, the Susquehanna River at Harrisburg will be rising through this weekend, getting up to around 6 or 7 feet by Saturday. Still well below flood stage and action stage, but the Conner-the-Winnet Creek at Hoagstown and the Soterra Creek in Hershey will be rising above action stage, but still staying below minor flood stage this weekend. So even though we're not expecting flooding with this event, we do expect more cold air this weekend, so more ice buildups later this month. And it's just something to keep an eye on as we head throughout February and into early spring. Reporting along the Susquehanna River, I'm meteorologist Juklo. Back to you.